Israeli fuel facility in Iran's crosshairs. This is what Iran says. Israel's oil refinery has been targeted. So Iranian media has shared visuals of the past few hours where the Israeli oil and gas refinery and fuel tanks in Haifa were attacked by Army Air Force drones. The visuals of that on the screens at the moment. Let's go across to Srinjoy. So is this in retaliation to the oil depots that were attacked in Iran?
Yes, you would think so. But the fact that the oil refineries and other infrastructure is being attacked is a sign that the war is actually beginning to get more intense in some ways. Because first the Iranians hit the Saudis, and then they hit the Bahrain refinery. Now it is Haifa in Israel. Meanwhile, the Israelis have hit oil depots, which they say was being used by the Revolutionary Guard. So this is an intensification. First, in terms of the Americans and the Israelis, the idea was to destroy nuclear facilities. The idea was to destroy the political leadership, which did happen, and also missiles and military targets. Now it's going into infrastructure, particularly oil. So both sides are hitting targets, oil-related targets. And this is a worrying feature because this will worry the rest of the world, which is so dependent on petroleum.
Absolutely. So both sides hitting each other's fuel facilities. Aramco's CEO earlier today said, Srinjoy, that this is going to lead to catastrophic consequences.
Yes, absolutely. Because if this happens, and this is beginning to happen, it means that the oil prices will shoot up and the supply lines will be stretched because there are countries like China, like India, which are dependent on imported oil. Already you saw President Trump saying that, look, for a month, the Russian oil can be used. He didn't use the word Russia, but he made it clear that those sanctioned could be okay for use for a month or so. Now, when the president has said that, it means he also realizes that fuel prices could shoot up and there would be pressure on the Americans and the Israelis to end the war. Otherwise, all their friends, all their allies would face serious problems with oil supply and a lot else.
Absolutely, but there are mixed signals coming in as well. Earlier, Donald Trump said that, this could potentially end soon, but then he went on to also issue a warning to Iran saying that if the Strait of Hormuz remains blocked, we'll hit Iran 20 times harder. You had the IRGC saying that not even 1 liter of oil will be allowed to be shipped. And amidst all this, when the oil facilities or fuel facilities are targeted, only gives you an indication that it's going to escalate.
Yes, undoubtedly. That is likely to happen. In fact, when you're targeting oil, it's a way of showing to the world that we haven't finished and we are going to hit harder and harder. Now, Haifa, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, even Azerbaijan was targeted. It's a way of ensuring that prices of petroleum go up, shoot up, and as a result, countries like India, countries like China, and others will suffer.
Srinjoy, there's another video which was released earlier today by Iran. What are we looking at?
Well, the Iranians are making it clear that they want to fight and they want to target the oil facilities that the Israelis have in Haifa, the refinery and so on. I mean, there is an equivalent, and that too was after a war when the Israelis fought the Arabs in 1973. This was the Yom Kippur War of 1973. After that, OPEC decided that they would cut down oil production, and oil prices escalated. It was a huge crisis. The fear is that we could be looking at 1973 all over again.
All right, Srinjoy, thank you very much for getting us the details. Amid the strikes by the United States and Israel versus Iran war, watch this ground report which has captured the missile attack in Tel Aviv in Israel.
So I got a notification on my phone just now, and it says that there is an expected barrage of missiles that's coming from Iran, and I need to go to a protected space. So I have a period between 5 to 6 or 6 to 7 minutes to reach a protected space, and I will show you how a protected space, a shelter or a bunker, looks like here in Israel. And the thing is, the Home Front Command sent early detection of missile notification and gives us sufficient time to go to a shelter, and you will have time, and like 90 seconds before, you get a public siren as well. And it means that you need to get inside the shelter, lock the shelter door, and stay there until you get another notification from the Home Front Command, which will say that it is now safe to exit the protected space.